Welcome back to the worst channel on YouTube. Or maybe not. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about inspirational quotes. Inspirational quotes are something that I feel can really help somebody see their true value. And I needed to see mine today. The type of quotes you surround yourself can have a really big impact on your mind. So I think it's really important that we look at some very positive ones. The best view comes after the hardest climb. I'm going to have to completely disagree with you there. My favorite view ever is the ceiling above my bed. And while it might seem like I have a hard time climbing on my bed, it only takes me like 2 to 3 minutes. So relatively speaking, it's a pretty easy climb. Go the extra mile. It's never crowded. Again, I get what they're trying to go there, like motivate you, be like, yeah, keep working extra hard. But just because something's not crowded doesn't mean it's good. I feel like there's situations where it being crowded is beneficial. You know, a party where there's nobody there is probably not as fun. But again, I don't really go to parties, so maybe I just don't know, right? This also feels like a quote your boss tells you so that you like work an extra hour but don't ask for overtime. Actually, you don't even ask for money. Yeah, you clocked out, but you come back in because you're going that extra mile, and it's not crowded at the job because everybody already left. Believe in yourself, and you will be unstoppable. So that's all it takes. I thought the law and the laws of the universe were gonna stop me, but now that I believe in myself, which I do, best YouTuber ever, I definitely 100% am unstoppable. I actually am not even standing still right now. I'm moving so fast that you don't even see me moving. And I think that's really important for you to learn, that if you slow this video down, you will see amazing things that you've never seen before. I am a truly unstoppable being, and I've transcended the need to even use words.
The purpose of our lives is to be happy.
Oh, so that's why life has no purpose. That makes a lot of sense. I was wondering why I wasn't feeling fulfilled in my life. Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever. Again, good message, right? Like, don't give up, don't quit. But I have this pain in my back that won't go away. And I'm wondering when it'll just be temporary, because right now it feels permanent. Also, technically everything is temporary if you look far enough away into the future, right? So technically quitting is forever until human civilization and our existence stops. So either way, if you really think about it, yeah, does it really matter at the end of the day? No. Either way, it's temporary. If it scares you, it might be a good thing to try. This quote's great. I love it. I was thinking about committing several crimes, and I was really worried about the implications of going to jail and possibly ruining my life. But now that I really think about it and see the quote, I see, why am I even worried, right? It's a good thing to try. So, if you see me on your news, like, most wanted man in America or anything like that, just know I went for it thanks to this inspirational quote. I really want to know what the mindset of this person was. Like, I know they're thinking of like, oh, if you're nervous about, taking that new job, or, are you nervous about asking the person you like out, or are you nervous about pursuing or scared to pursue your dreams? Don't be scared. Do it, right? But at the end of the day, right, like, my first thought when I saw this was like, this is horrible advice. Right? Like, there's a lot of things that you should be scared of that probably aren't good if you try them, and you're probably scared for a good reason. I'd be scared to jump off a building without anything to catch me. Doesn't mean it's a good thing to try, though. When I have a camera in my hand, I know no fear. That just sounds really creepy. I think it just depends the way you read it. Like, right, if I read it like this, like, when I have a camera in my hand, I have no fear. That sounds really positive. It sounds like something you're like, wow, he's following his passion, or she's following her passion or dream to, like, take photography or like be adventurous or something. But if I read it like this, when I have a camera in my hand, I know no fear. It sounds like he's already in your house, and why does he have a camera? I think we both know why, and I think it's time for us to move. And that's how that feels, right? So this quote not only feels creepy in the sense because in my head I read it the second way, it also feels like a threat. And I'm incredibly worried for my safety and yours too, because I don't actually know where this person is at that wrote this quote. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. I like this quote a lot because it makes me feel glad when I'm like, today I didn't do drugs, and I did that today. And even though all I did was lay in my bed and try to pretend like I didn't exist so I didn't have any responsibilities, it paid off because, I didn't get addicted to drugs. So at the end of the day, that's a big up for me. As the future self to my past self, I'm also very thankful that we decided that it was a great idea to start this channel, because now we have a way to find validation in a place where we didn't have it before. So now my narcissistic issues and my inability to be self aware with what things aren't funny and are glaring to everybody, not just myself. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Will Smith. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, for sure, and even having certain unrealistic dreams is definitely valid. But I also feel like, to some extent, you have to temper your dreams and break them down to like sort of make them manageable. Because if my dream is to fly to the moon with no help, just straight from here up, it might be a little difficult, and I might be setting myself up for disappointment. But then again, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the best way to go to the moon is not with the help of incredibly talented people and some of the smartest humans who have ever lived. It's actually just to me dreaming that I will float to the moon. I also wish Will Smith had been more realistic and just stopped talking in interviews. I mean, anything but the last year of information I've gained from Will Smith's life that I didn't need to know. My life is unequivocally worse for knowing all the things that Will Smith has said. And I learned it by force. I was just on the internet, and all of a sudden my eyes were just drawn to the fact of all the things that I what makes you different or weird, that's your strength. Meryl Streep. Again, this is not a bad quote per se, right? It's a good thing to encourage people that might feel different or ostracized, and tell them, that could actually be your strength. But for some reason, the first thing that came up into my mind was the fact that people like Ted Bundy. The thing that made him weird or different was the fact that they like to murder people. I guess technically that was their strength. Unfortunately, they were good at that, and that's why we know them. So I guess the quote's not wrong, but in my mind, it's not good. It's not good to encourage those type of people that like to murder. Um, not good to do that. Meryl Streep, why would you do that? Last name ever, first name greatest. This quote was said by the great philosopher Aubrey Graham, and every time I hear his poetry, it makes me feel a certain type of way, like somebody's beating me with an overplayed seal. I feel like this one is a great embodiment of his work. As we all know, this amazing poet is often left heartbroken and feeling like an outsider, even though he's one of the most successful people to have ever lived, and oftentimes gets in his own way when dealing with romantic relationships. Greatest ever? I'm not sure in what, but I feel like I am like that sometimes. I truly am the greatest. Maybe at breathing. I have not stopped breathing in many decades. Some people aren't meant to be in our lives forever. Some are just passing through to teach us a lesson. I think this quote is amazing. It's very accurate, actually. I'm surprised they knew what I've been through, right? Like, it's almost like they know who I am. Because at school, my teachers would only teach me for about a year, right? So I would go and I would pass through to the next grade. How did they know that? Wow. Whoever wrote this is probably really smart. It's amazing that they would know something as simple as that about my life. I'm actually kind of worried that they might be the same person with the camera who knows no fear. Because if this person knows no fear, I'm screwed, man. Damn. Whew, it's really scary actually. Now I'm starting to get kind of worried again, because that guy with the camera really creeped me out. And now this quote, they know who I. That's not good. Okay. Moving on. Breakups aren't always meant for makeups. Sometimes they're meant for wake ups. Bars. Oh my god. The poet Aubrey again has nothing on this. This is amazing. This is straight up bars. I'm gonna use this on a song. I don't know when or where, but I'm definitely just gonna steal this quote because this is amazing. It has everything you have to deal with. When you break up, sometimes you make up, but sometimes you gotta wake up. That's gonna do it for this incredibly inspirational video. I am incredibly happy now, and I feel inspired to not only create more things, but to dream bigger, right? Dream so big that your dreams are big and they squish you. Omar Roman 2021. So feel free to take that one and use it whenever you feel like needing to be inspired. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if it's night when you're watching this, go to sleep. It's late. Get some good sleep. Remember, the best view is the ceiling above you. Nothing beats that, especially if you're going to sleep. In the next video, I'm going to try to inspire people to think that I'm actually funny.